This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We are here in Ipswich. Frank Warren, very interesting press conference to say the least between Fabio Wardley and Baby Miller.
It wasn't interesting, it was horrible. I mean, I hate seeing all this stuff. It's happening too regularly now, and it's not great for the sport. People think all this stuff's, oh, look at that, it's fantastic. We've got a great fight. These two guys' styles will complement each other, and it'll be a great fight for the fans. None of this other stuff is needed, and some of it, I don't even know what it was on about songs and all this crap. It's just madness. It's madness, and I'm very disappointed it happened. But look, it's done. We've got a great fight, and as I keep saying, in June here, and I know everybody's going to get from the Ipswich area, going to get behind their local hero. You've got a guy who's in Fabio, no amateur background, fought on white collar, tough guy contest, and look what he's done since he's turned pro. Last year, Boxing News Fight of the Year with Fraser Clark, one of the knockouts on the year in the second fight. He deserves to be here, and he got the number one fighting the number 4 in the WBA. It's for the interim title, lot on the line, and the winner's going to get himself a shot at the world title.
When you signed Fabio, how important was it for you to bring him here? Big homecoming. There's going to be 25,000 people here.
I promised I'd do it. I said from the beginning, when we talked, I asked him what his ambitions were, and not like all fighters want to win a world title. And I said to him, he said, but I'd love to fight at Portman Road. I said, well, I'm going to make that happen.
How big of a jump is Baby Miller from the likes of David Adeleye and Fraser Clark for Wardley?
It's a big jump for him. It's a big jump. He's a tough guy. He can take a shot. I mean, when you think about the fight he had with Daniel, who's probably the biggest puncher out there. I mean, he took some shots and he was at 12th, right into the 12th round. That was a tough fight. He's a tough guy. He walks forward, as I said, and his last fight against Ruiz, who beat AJ, I thought he won that fight. It was a draw, but I thought he won it.
Off the back of Saturday night, you kind of have your first show with DAZN, and now you announce this big stadium fight. The partnership is going rather well, would you say, Frank?
It is, and there's more and more of these fights to be announced. It's just in the heavyweight division, we've got some great fights that we're going to announce, plus real big fights in other weight divisions. This is, I said at the time, this is a great opportunity for us at Queensbury. It's brilliant for DAZN, it's brilliant for us, brilliant for the subscribers. We're going to deliver, and we want to be the best. We want to deliver the best shows, the most exciting shows, and that was a good show on Saturday. Really good 50-50 matches, competitive fights, and I was delighted with it.
When we spoke to you on Saturday, you was reluctant to kind of give your verdict on the Adeleye TKV saga. Now you've had a chance to watch it, and I'm assuming analyse it. What are your thoughts?
Well, what I watched on the night, I'm going to tell you truthfully, what I watched on the night, I didn't say anything because David Adelaide's with me, okay, and I'm with him 100%. What I watched, I'm sure I heard the referee say break, and I see the referee push Jamie's hand away when he on there. When I watched it back, he said break twice, and the referee got it wrong. The referee got it wrong. David didn't. He just let his shot go. And the rest of the fight, I thought the referee did not handle it well. It became a bit of a maul because he didn't take control of the fight. And then his decision in the very next fight, his scoring of the fight between Joe and Philip I thought it was ridiculous. I mean, that was a close fight. I'm not complaining about the decision. It was a close fight. But how on earth can you only give Joe a couple of rounds? It's a nonsense.
Will you be pushing for a rematch for David and Jamie TKV to kind of right that wrong? Because I know David Adeleye done an interview.
I'm not pushing for anything. It's the Border Control got a hearing on Wednesday, and they'll make a decision. And whatever they say is what we have to abide by. Was
it the worst thing that you've ever seen in boxing, like Ben Shalom said to us on the night?
But every one time, so on. It weren't a good thing that the way the referee allowed what happened. But he says that every time one of his fighters gets beat, which probably is the worst thing for him in boxing.
Okay, Joyce, where does he go now? He's adamant that he does continue to fight.
Where does he go? Joe needs to go nowhere at the moment. He just needs to take time out and with a cool, calm head, watch the fight back, speak to his team, his family. I'm going to speak to him, and then he'll make a decision as to what he does. He's going to have one thing for sure. If he does, if he carries on, it's going to be a real tough. He's going to have tough fights. He will have them, and that's if the Border Control. The Border Control going to keep an eye on the whole thing. Joe's been a magnificent servant for boxing. He's done brilliant as an amateur, but he's involved some great fights as a pro. I just want the best for him, and I want him to be able to live his life with his full faculties.
Two more. We saw Daniel Dubois in the Co-op Live on Saturday night. Are you confident we get an undisputed clash this year?
I'm confident he's going to be fighting this year.
Alexander Usyk?
I'd love that to be one of the fights.
Is it possible that it's next?
Anything's possible. Anything. We've got to keep working away and try and deliver. Look, heavyweight division's on fire. Fights are happening. We've got a lot of heavyweights with us, and we're making fights happen. And that fight would be a brilliant fight to make.
Last one, saw an interview, I think it was with DAZN, where you said you're hoping that Conor Benn knocks out Chris Eubank Jr. Yeah. Just thoughts on that?
Thoughts on it?
Yeah.
No.
Why did you say? Why do you want Conor Benn to beat Chris Eubank Jr.?
Because I think Chris Eubank's a prick.
Okay. Frank, thank you very much for being to IFLTV. And we'll see you very soon. Cheers. Thank you.